What's up, guys? It's TRT77, and right now I'm bringing you our latest coach interview for DTT Season 2. This week we have on Nighto of the Pyrite Town Plusles. I apologize for the delay in the uploads, guys. A lot of changing circumstances and a lot of things happening IRL. But from here on, it should regularize. We should have the week 2 recaps sooner rather than later, probably by the weekend. But for now, I'm just going to jump right into the interview with Nighto. Now jumping into the interview, guys. So, Nighto, I'm just going to jump into the first question that I've asked everybody, which is, did you have a particular strategy or player you were looking for when the auction started?
Yeah, well, going into the draft, I was keeping an open mind, but I knew that I would have an advantage by being in the know as far as UDL and BDL was concerned.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, I really wanted to draft Lambo for my ADB squad, but I knew he would wind up being too expensive to afford. Whereas Beast was a much cheaper option while still remaining a strong player for my roster.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as far as my auctioning strategy was, I needed to just put up a bunch of heavy hitters that I didn't intend on picking up and just let people fight over them. And I really feel like it tanked some people's budgets by using their friendship against them.
Yeah, that was definitely a good strategy early on. Um, Moving on. My next question is, what is okay? So we don't have your logo, and neither do the guys with the dark. But what's the reason or the meme behind the team name, the Pyrite Town Plusles?
Honestly, there's not really that deep. I was considering just using my regular draft team when DTT came around, but it just felt a little silly, so I asked around the leader and Lambo just threw Pirate Town Plus was out there. And it was all fairness, I actually really love it, and I would love to have a logo for it sometime soon, but who knows? The town has a real banger of a theme, and I think most people would enjoy it if they gave it a listen.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. You should probably hit up Grum or Viz to hook you up with the logo. Um,
I'll look into it.
okay, so my next question is more specific to you, which is, with the UDL, your league, the league that you help run, with UDL essentially being new to this community, how do you and the other boys from the UDL, obviously you've been around us more because of BDL, but how do the other guys who've just come over with DTT, how do they feel with how things are going?
I think the UDL guys are pretty warmed into the community, to be honest with you. It's definitely pretty different as we've been pretty fenced in amongst ourselves for 10 seasons of Draft League, but
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate BDL especially for giving me similar vibes to UDL with familiarity and friendliness, but it still remains competitive. Everyone just keeps going at it, and it feels like everyone gets a little bit better with every season.
Absolutely, yeah. I've really loved having you guys along. It's been really fun. So my next question is, of the four formats we have, Sword and Shield, ADV, Oras or Usum, which is your favorite of the formats to play?
My favorite format is anything that's not ADV.
That's a
I don't know anything about the older generation, so it just felt crippling to me. I started playing competitive mods with Gen 5 and I picked up draft towards the end of Ors. So I'm not really thrilled with gimmicks like Z Move, Dynamax, or Megas, but if I had to pick the least evil format, I would go with Ors.
anything but ADV is a great answer. By the way. It's the best answer we've had so far. So my next question is, who was the one player, early or late, in the auction that got away from you? The one that got away.
Aside from Lambo, as I mentioned earlier, I was really tempted to grab you, Scamp, and Primal in particular. And as far as the late game was concerned, I was looking at Frito and Toast, but then I realized later on that I just wouldn't have the space to take them in later in the draft. So I was just like, well, I can't do it. It's not gonna work. I literally can't make it work. My bad.
I'm hyped. I'm actually really hyped. Toast is making his debut in week 3, so I'm really hyped to see how that goes. He's on our team, and I think I forget who he's playing this week, but should be a really fun game. I think he's
Oh
playing
yeah,
Lemon. Yeah, he's playing Lemon. That's who he's playing. But moving
Both
on. Yeah, sorry. What were you saying?
no worries. Both Frito and Toast are a bit newer to Draft League.
Mm-hmm.
Not entirely new, but they're still getting their feet wet. So they still got a lot to learn as far as the format goes.
Yeah. But Frito did pick up a really good win in week two. He did pick up a really good win. I think it was against Prokicraft and Nat Dex. So
Oh
that,
yeah, for sure. I saw that. That was really good.
yeah, that was a really nice win. So my next question is kind of pertinent to the topic actually. Who's the player on your team or any of the other teams? Someone who's lesser known in the community, someone who's maybe a newer player that you think is going to surprise everyone this season and pick up some really good dubs.
So I think it'll probably be Walk or Beats if you want me to talk about my own team.
Mm-hmm.
See, I've known Walk for a long time since because we started draft at the same time, and in his prime he would win games with a consistent 5-0 scoreline. He only recently got back into the format, but I feel he would seriously break out if he gets comfortable again. And Beast is also really good at the game, using things in an unorthodox manner true to the
Mm-hmm.
draft spirits. He'll convince you that Samurai is way stronger than it actually is, and he'll put it in a position to win games. Last but not least is Daddy. I have everyone on my team server named after dinosaurs, but I have Daddy as a T-Rex because I feel like he's the best overall player on the squad.
I'm really looking for. He hasn't played a game yet, has he?
He has not because he was on vacation, and that's why I haven't been able to put him on the roster yet.
Mm-hmm. I'm really looking forward to seeing him play. And also the I think there's also the say I think at this point everyone BDLs realize that it's almost a talent that you gotta know when Beats is being serious and when he's absolutely trolling. Especially when he suddenly hits you with the bro, card charm should be tier 2, bro. And then you have to yeah, no, he's bullshitting now. It's just like a line with him.
Yeah.
It's like a line with him.
You- They're just you can't take some of these guys that seriously. I
But yeah, no, he played quite well too. Beats has been playing quite well too. So
oh yeah, for sure.
moving on, how confident do you feel in the four drafts that you guys got? Like, I'm just gonna put your drafts up on board, but how confident do you feel, and which draft do you guys think that you could have done better in, and which draft do you guys think you did amazing in?
So I gotta admit, I'm not a huge fan of the Sword and Shield team. I think it's really tragic, in fact. But I have confidence in the other formats as long as they're piloted well. If we prep well and we draft, not draft, if we just prep ahead of time and we just have a game plan set, then I think we can do well. But my personal favorite is the Ultra Sun Squad because of the synergy and versatility the team offers. It's designed around letting Lando break teams or even straight up winning, but not everyone on my team agrees with it. Oh well. However, I think the best overall squad would be the ADV team because honestly, I don't understand half of what they were grabbing. I didn't touch it at all. I just let Beast and Daddy handle drafting ADV, but from what I know, it seemed like it's really good as far as the overall league is concerned.
Yeah.
I guess it's based around Skarmory and Jolteon. To be honest, you're gonna have to explain ADV to me.
I think it's because of the how good a spiker Scam is, and then Jolteon having the fast baton pass probably into setup threats like Gyarados or such, or even Shiftry. I remember clearly Lambo was telling me something about Sunny Day Shiftry being a real thing in um, the Gen 3 meta.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, that's what I mean. I'm as I'm as lost in ADV as you are. Like I do mocks with Lambo or something, but that's about it. Like my overall purview is quite limited with it. But moving on, which team, opposing team, either based on their individual players or based on your format matchups against their specific teams for each format, do you see as your biggest competition?
So usually I don't really care about draft matchup because I think there's a way out for almost anything,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what. But that being said, I see Team LMAO as the biggest threat with the Code of Tyler as a very close second. Every team has those really threatening players who will easily trip you up or put the team on their back to win. Like Banter Babies, they got They got Tago, unknown skills. They have film. Lavere's Sanctuary has. I gotta pull up the roster again.
Lavier is Papi, Grum, Primal, Bubba. Bubba's the MVP though. Bubba's my early season MVP though. It's at this point, at this point I'm just gonna get Bubba to sign off on any decisions in my life because I know it's just gonna be lucky. It's fun.
Lavere has a really strong roster overall. Like Poppy
Yeah,
and Grum, you should not mess around when you're playing with those guys. At least
absolutely.
that's what I think.
Mm-hmm. No, very good squad. But it's just funny to see Bubba's the MVP because of the his games. It's funny because I'm already ripping on Bubba, and Grum is gonna be our next coach on here, and half of that interview is just gonna be ripping on Bubba. This is gonna be fun.
Amazing. You love to see it.
So moving on. Right now, I can't. I should probably updated the slide, but what is your current prediction? We're what now? We're in week 4. I want to say week
I
4.
think so.
Yeah, we're in week 4. What is your prediction as to which 4 of the 7 teams do you think will make the playoffs?
So it's gonna be close. I think anything could happen, honestly. But I'm predicting LMAO, Code of Tyler, the Mighty Magic Cubs, and my team, of course, to make it to the final cut. I
Okay.
I can't really go any deeper than that. It's really not that deep, honestly. I just think that those four would just come out on top. Let's
Yeah,
put it that way.
it's very tough to call at this point. And my last question is, what's some trash talk you've got for the other captains and their teams?
Well, it's all love at the end of the day, but you already know it's on sight when I see Polo. Polo needs to be beaten up, but also Frito needs to be taught lessons for the way he's been slandering me lately. But Beast already did that back in week 1, so that's already there. So that's that. However, I think I'll see him again in playoffs. So when that comes around, you better be ready, Frito. And last but not least, I'm gonna go after Divinity. Divinity is a fraud, bro. I'm telling you. He may be on my team, but this man thinks Porygon 2 is a duck. That's embarrassing. TOT. You know that Porygon 2 is a bunny, right?
I think the correct answer here is yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Good job. All right, we're cool.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying, bro. If you had told me otherwise, it's not gonna look good for you when we play.
Gotta take every competitive advantage I got, man. Porygon 2 is a bunny.
Yes, let's go.
Oh my god, I feel like Divi is gonna kill me once he sees that. Like 100%.
Alright. But that's all I have to say as far as trash talk goes.
Oh my god, so you heard it first here, guys. Nighto is the first captain to go after everybody, including his own teammates, because of Porygon. Ari's gonna have a field day with this. He's just gonna blame Porygon for all of this.
Oh man.
But thanks for coming on, Nairo. This has been really fun.
Oh
Um,
yeah, for sure.
Hopefully we'll get back into a regular upload schedule, guys. But that's gonna be it from me this week. This is TRT77. This is me signing off.